Hello, welcome to the Garden Gurus. I'm Trevor Cochrane. We have got another fantastic program packed full of down-to-earth gardening advice for you today. There's a little bit of summer planting inspiration sitting in front of you. We are here in Phoenix Park in Dublin, and it's the middle of summer. These are the sorts of colours that you can get at home if you start planting these seedlings now. In a few months' time, they'll look just like this. Here's what's coming up on today's show. 62% of Aussies have pets. We love them, but they can be a menace in our gardens. And Bonnie shows us the benefits of growing in a greenhouse.
Dig, 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 dig in the ground. I got my spade, I got my hoe, I got my rake, and I'm ready to go.
I've always been a dog man. Every time I come to Trev's place, it puts a smile on my face seeing Buddy and Charlie having the times of their lives, tearing through the duck pond, running in and out of the veggie garden, and frolicking amongst the roses. I mean, they really are quite the romantics. But sometimes they take it a bit too far and destroy some of Trev's plants. This is a common problem for dog lovers. Keeping Buddy and Charlie out of this garden bed has proven to be difficult, so it is time to put up a fence. Now, don't worry, it's not electric, but it's just as effective. Erecting the fence consists of a simple posts and mesh technique. First, I'm hammering in these posts at about 2-metre intervals using the post square and hammer, nice and straight. Position the mesh against the posts and line up the horizontal line wires with the matching holes. Attach the mesh with the tie wire loops. Going over the rockery's made this one a little bit awkward, but it still should do the job. If you wanted to make it stronger, you just add more posts and tie off, but I reckon this will do the job. Let's put it to the test. You ready, dogs? You ready? You see?
Have you got a packet of seeds lying around and you haven't sown them yet because the weather isn't quite right, or you've got a bunch of seedlings or cuttings that you need to protect until they take root? Well, greenhouse gardening can provide you with many benefits, more so than conventional gardening. And I've found the perfect one for this garden. This is the Holman 2-metre depth greenhouse kit with a misting system. It is the ultimate DIY project. It is so simple to set up. Firstly, let's talk specs. The frame is made from a powder-coated durable metal, so you know it's going to stay standing and no wolf will blow this house down. And you have 2 metres square of perfect growing space, which you can fit shelving or a potting bench. Put your tools away, as this is a bolt, screw and tool-free project. Anyone can have this set up in no time. Lay the pieces out in front of you, as it helps to paint the picture of how it all connects. Start with the base frame and work your way up from there. Make sure you push the connecting pieces together well. Now that the roof is on, check these out. These are the inbuilt shelves, and they just simply sit in like this, and they're a perfect depth for seedling trays. And they're nice and strong, so you'll be able to grow plenty of plants in here, even potted plants. But next up is the watering system, and it simply just clicks on. Attach the PVC pipe to the top with the snap locks. Add the sprinklers, connect it to a tap, and you're ready to go. For this part, I'm needing some backup. I'm only 5'2", but my sound man, Ben, he's 6'2", so he's gonna be great help getting this cover on. Once we're happy with it, we'll tie it into place. The cover has a zipper door, which you can simply roll up if you want to allow more airflow into the greenhouse, or for your own leisure. And there you have it, a greenhouse anyone can install within a day, and it's perfect for growing fresh food or salad all year round. And if you're a collector of unusual rare plants, you can even pop them in here too. And a greenhouse is a great way to expand your garden, and you've already created that nice humid environment, so you can extend that growing season into the cooler months.
This happens to be one of those beautiful kangaroo paws. This particular pink form is extremely popular in Europe, believe it or not. Tens of millions of them are grown in pots, but they're not used outdoors. they're actually for indoor decoration. The flowers last a long period of time, and when they're finished, they cut them back and put them outside, and hopefully they'll flower again next year.
Still have been the leaders in handheld garden tools for as long as I can remember. And now they've brought to the market an impressive range of lawnmowers, all of which are battery powered. With quiet operation and zero exhaust emissions, Still battery lawnmowers will transform your mowing experience. The 6 mowers in the range are suited to gardens of all sizes, from small to large, and they combine innovative technology with legendary Still performance. For a lawn size of up to 350 square metres, that's just over a tennis court and a half, Still recommend this model, the 46 centimetre RMA 460V. Let's put it to the test. To get going, all you need to do is lift the lid and push the battery into the slot. And there's another slot here for a spare battery, which means you can mow over 350 square metres without taking a break. It's beautiful. And another couple of features that I love. You've got the key here. You can take that out just in case the kids fancy taking the mower for a spin, and who could blame them? Plus, there's the eco button, which means you extend the amount of mowing you can do. Basically, the blades can sense whether the grass is giving less resistance and then draw less power from the battery, which means more mowing time. Beautiful. If you're mowing for a long period of time, then comfort and manoeuvrability are key. The handlebar can be adjusted through 3 positions depending on your height. With the battery installed, all that's left to start the mower is a push of a button, no setting the choke or pulling on a starter cord like a petrol mower that's been left in the shed through winter. And the large, easy running wheels with ball bearings make the mower easy to manoeuvre and distribute the weight evenly. The cutting height on this mower and all the Still mowers can be easily adjusted to suit your lawn's needs with just this one lever. Now, there are 7 different settings ranging from 25 millimetres up to 100 millimetres. Now, at this time of year in spring, right through summer, you can mow at your normal height. But remember, in autumn, about mid-autumn, raise the cutting height a little bit all the way through winter, and that'll allow for better photosynthesis. And then in spring, you can lower the blades again. The V in the RMA 460V name stands for variable speed. This makes mowing easier, as you don't have to physically push it along. Walking speed can be adjusted to suit your stride, ranging from a relaxing stroll to a brisk walk. The RMA 460V has a whopping 60-litre catcher, which allows for more mowing and less stopping, and the large opening makes it extremely easy to empty. As standard, the mower features a mulching option by inserting the mulching plug at the back here, and you can also side eject by activating the side chute. Now, this is really handy for large mowing where you don't want to collect all the clippings. When you're done, put the battery on charge, ready for the next cut, or pop it into one of 6 other tools in the Still compact range. If space is an issue for you in your shed or garage, then this is the mower for you, because you can completely fold it down and stand it on end like this, which is handy when you want to clean it, or it's light enough that you can hang it on a wall. Now, you can't do that with a petrol mower. If you're in the market for a new lawnmower this spring, then we'd suggest you take a visit to your local Still dealer, the only place to buy Still tools. To find your local dealer, visit still.com.au.
How's this for a grapefruiting tree? This is Nagami, and it's a kumquat, and it produces the sweetest rounded fruit, which you can eat it whole, or it can be used in marmalades. And the tree itself will only grow to about 2 metres tall, so it's perfect for any garden.
I'm going to introduce you to a very cheery herb known to lift our spirits since ancient times. Lemon balm in herbal lore is known to chase away melancholy. In other words, it makes you feel happy. Australian research suggests that lemon balm may be used to help reduce anxiety due to its ability to increase neurotransmitter levels related to brain function. Lemon balm is frequently sold in an extract form, like these essential oils for use in aromatherapy. And the leaves are also dried to make tea. You might ask, is it better to use the fresh herbs from your garden, or should you go and buy the stuff from the health food store? The thing is, the beauty of growing your own herbs, you control how you grow it, so the quality and purity is 100% guaranteed. Just plant it in a pot or a place in your yard where you can't get anything else to grow. Make sure you use a premium quality potting mix and position them in a nice sunny position, and they will thrive. Look out for the collection of Swan Valley Nursery herbs in your local garden center nationwide, and go ahead and plant some lemon balm this weekend.
I get asked all the time, what is the best way to bring some colour into the garden? And the answer is with annual flowers. And you might be thinking, what's the point if they die within a year? Well, let me convince you, they're worth your time and a place in the garden. The first advantage is quick to grow. It's almost as if they're in their own little time machine. They are always busy growing. The life cycle of an annual is that they will germinate from seed into a seedling, grow to full size, flower, produce seed, and then die. But don't let that put you off. There are a lot of varieties which will re-emerge next year if you give them the chance to form seeds. This is Begonia semperflorens, and this is the bedding begonia. And you also have newer varieties like this one called megawatts, or in Melbourne it's known as dragon wings. And these are such versatile plants in the garden, but I love using them for their foliage because they're great for adding a little bit of colour and texture. And their flowers look like butterflies dancing in the wind. But the reason I really like putting these in my garden is because they always come back every year. A few others that will return each year are things like impatiens, cosmos, and you've got violas, marigolds, and then you've got these two here. So you've got Primula macculoides, which is the fairy primula, and you've also got Primula acaulis, which is also known as polyanthus. And what this one here will do, it will set seed, and then that seed will come back up next year. And this little guy here, what happens is the whole plant, the foliage included, will die down underground and come back up next winter. I love the flexibility. I can change out my pots, hanging baskets, or my garden bed whenever I want. And unlike perennials, which are a long-term commitment, I can change the design, I can change the colour scheme of my garden. But best of all, I can buy more plants. They are a true crowd pleaser. They are the perfect filler plant, giving your garden an ever-changing scene. During summer, when most perennials stop flowering, annuals will continue to bloom and give your garden that extra boost. They are also extremely affordable. Annuals are great value for money. You can spend a few dollars and walk away with an instant colour show for your garden. And as gardeners, it's not uncommon for us to wait years for a tree to grow to its full potential, or to see that first flower on a perennial. And with annuals, it's a completely different story. So why not give them a go in your garden?
Oh, the perfume that you get off jasmine is unbelievable. This is the white jasmine or the pink jasmine, jasmine and polyanthum. And she's a bit of a vigorous customer, handy for growing over an old fence or shed, but you just got to stay on top of it because it can get away from you, like this one's done. But otherwise, these beautiful flowers, and they're easy to grow.
Aussie gardens are best served by Aussie tools. That's tools that have been developed for our unique gardening environment and conditions. And I bet back in the 1890s when Len Chambers and Bill Thompson started a beekeeping supply company in Melbourne that they had no idea that this company would change the way people in Australia garden for well over a century. by 1898, they'd started the Cyclone Fence and Gate Company, which was still designed to supply beekeepers. But by the 1920s, they'd really evolved and they were doing things that we're very familiar with today. They were building axes, there was lots of innovation in digging tools, cutting tools, and these innovations, these changes, these new products at the time changed gardens in Australia forever. The tools they've developed since then are game changers. For instance, head shears are no longer head shears. A wavy blade, ideal for wet, slippery stems with a compound cutting action, enhances your cutting force. And with non-stick PTFE coated steel blades, strong aluminium tri-oval handles and a notch blade for cutting larger stems with shock-absorbing bumpers that reduce impact and stress on hard-working hands and elbows as well. And best of all, they carry a lifetime guarantee. Now this is a bypass lopper. It is absolutely brilliant for cutting through medium to sort of thick sized wood. The thing with this is the blade actually runs past the other blade, and as it cuts, it produces this really clean cut. These are fantastic for green wood, medium-sized branches just like this. Carbon steel blades with a reduced friction pivot bearing telescopic mechanism which extends from 650 millimetres out to 890 millimetres allows you a greater reach and cutting ability, which makes cutting easier and non-stick. We all must have good secateurs in our gardens. It's absolutely essential. Now the new Cyclone Alu Pruner is the next generation. Super hard steel blades, they cut cleanly, and the cutting motion is a result of the clever design, which makes it easier and super effective to use. The thing with this is these are light and handy and easy to carry around, but they've got a professional pouch. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're a professional, it's handy to have these so that you keep the tool nice and safe and close by, just in case you need to suddenly go through and prune, like you've missed something. And it's got this quick draw capability, which is absolutely fantastic. You won't find that on the brochure. That's something I'm sharing with you, something that's personal. You know what, the Ruckster would be proud. Lastly, the biggest cause of injury in a garden is falling off ladders, and that's why we all need a telescopic pruner. Feet on the ground, this one has you reaching 3.25 metres with a quick pull mechanism allowing for easy branch selection and action. And also, you've got a pruning saw for precision pruning. Clever design equals easier gardening and a lot better gardening outcomes. And you only get that when you've been serving Australian gardeners for over 100 years. That's Cyclone tools. They just make gardening results so much better.
If you're ever wondering how Trev always looks so fit and healthy, wonder no longer. Allow me to reveal his secret. It's all of these organic, homegrown fruit and veggies. Walking around Trev's veggie garden, I'm always amazed. Not just at the selection and variety, but also the health and quality of what's on offer. I mean, just have a look at these papayas. Like with most plants, the key lies within the soil. This is especially so for edibles that really need lots of nutrients to be at their best. A garden bed like this should have a really good soil with plenty of organic matter to keep these veggies happy. But over time, the soil can become exhausted and depleted of nutrients, so digging in and spreading plenty of organic matter is a really good idea. And an easier way is to use a liquid, because that goes to work straight away. There are two ways to get liquid compost onto your garden, with the hose-on bottle, or you can mix into a watering can. Just have a look at the beautiful dark colour of the concentrate and the aroma. Whew, it always gets me excited because I know what's in it. Aside from sea salt, which is great for overall plant health and helps protect against environmental stresses, there are fish and nutrients to boost root development and help improve the soil, especially after garden bed preparation. Now, when I say fish, I don't mean that there are actual fish swimming around in here. I'm talking fish carcasses, bones and skin that are packed full of nutrients that the plants just love. In fact, since I started using this gear a few years ago, my lap times at the pool have improved dramatically. It contains liquid compost, which breaks up clay soil and reduces nutrient loss in sandy soils, which is really important. It helps to revitalize all soils, improve soil structure and soil moisture retention. And it increases worm and microbial activity. By the way, folks, I'm sure you'll be very pleased to hear that whenever I'm at Trev's place, I always like to pinch a fruit or two. And if you're ever here, I'd encourage you to do the same.
Well, that's it for today's episode of The Garden Gurus. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you want to see some more beautiful wildflower shots, all you have to do is become a friend on Facebook. We'll be posting lots of them there. And of course, any information from today's show or any other stories that we've done in the past, you can get from our website. I'm Trevor Cochrane and look forward to seeing you next week for The Garden Gurus.